Hello, and welcome back to another session of the Neota Network. This time we're actually going to hear from another person within Neota Logic. So Jackson Liu, who is our Global Vice President of Markets and Growth. Jackson has worked in our Australian office and now in our New York headquarter office. And Jackson's going to be speaking about the in-house legal market. So this is part of our corporate legal and Neota Logic platform streams. So Jackson's going to be talking today about transforming in-house legal services into online applications. So definitely something that that you should pick up if you're in the law firm environment to understand clients a little better, and if you're in the corporate environment, it'll be a little bit across all of the apps that are happening in the corporate space. So I'll hand it over to Jackson. Take it away.
All right. Hello and welcome, everyone, wherever you are across America, across the world. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to tune into our Neota Network event. I hope you're all staying safe in these very, very unique times that we are all in. So the next 10 minutes or so, I'll be touching upon all things no-code automation and show you how easy it is to use the Neota Logic platform to build digital solutions for all parts of your corporate business, from legal to HR, to finance, to procurement, and to sales. Now, to really understand and appreciate what the Neota Logic platform can do, you need to start with answering the question, well, what can you build using the platform? I like to do things a little bit backwards. So I want to start at the end, the vision, and then work backwards from there to see how we can actually get there. This use case on screen is one of my favorites in the years that I've been at Neota Logic. KPMG built an app for a Fortune 500 company called the Business Traveler Assist. It's targeted towards global mobility and HR teams of very, very large corporations. The application will allow you and your expat employees to do things like input details around your intended travel, automate the assessment of each employee's time overseas from a tax, immigration, and payroll perspective, and send a personalized report to each employee. The app will track and monitor all employees working in a foreign country, direct employees to the right visa online, and most importantly, if you are a professional service firm, a direct line to other service offerings by KPMG if the client needs further advice on immigration, legal, tax, or other services. Now, why am I showing you this picture on screen? Well, the app wasn't built using code. That's the whole point of the Neota Logic platform. It was built using these tools, which form part of the no-code Neota Logic platform. What I really love about that use case is that it was built by a lawyer with no technical, no coding background, and the first iteration of the app was built in a matter of weeks. Now, at Neota Logic, we've come up with this concept of the 3 models of innovation. 99% of the time, our corporate customers are using Neota Logic to build digital solutions that fall into one of these 3 categories. Now, today I'll be touching on the first and second points, but if any viewers here would like to see more examples, please feel free to reach out to your own customer success manager or any other member of the Neota Logic team. Now, based on customer feedback, we now have a number of pre-built corporate templates so that our customers don't have to start from ground zero when building their own digital solutions on our platform. We now have a starting point for you. To use an analogy, and probably not the best one in the world, but think about PowerPoint templates. All you really need to do now is to add in your content or requirements, as we call them in the legal tech realm. Our templates include the NDA workflow that you see on screen now, legal services request workflows, legal risk assessment advisors, case management workflows, procurement workflows, e-discovery advisors. The idea really is twofold. One, you can leverage an already built template and swap the document or change the workflow logic quite easily through the platform. Or 2, leverage the already built templates to customize and add on those additional features that you need to build out for your own end-to-end solution. What's really cool about that is now we also have a number of pre-built modules in which you can add to existing corporate templates. Let me show you how that might work. So let's start with the NDA two-party workflow template. This one includes a DocuSign integration and your workflow dashboard, which is able to track 2 points of data. Workflow data, so for example, who currently in the workflow has the app, how long have they had it for, and then user input data. So how many times did third parties request a jurisdiction of New York versus London? How many times they request an indemnity of $5, $10, $15 million? Being able to use those data points to maybe create playbooks or amend existing documents to create efficiencies for future use. What's really cool about Neota Logic is that you can actually export out both points of data for customers to do further analysis or visualization across those data points. The real beauty about these templates, and especially the NDA workflow, is that it doesn't really have to be an NDA document. It could be used to draft an engagement letter, letter of advice, etc. That really is the beauty of the platform and these templates. Now, so you take our NDA template and you decide you might want to add in negotiation capabilities into your solution. And so you say to yourself, well, what can I do here? Do I have to start from scratch? Well, no, I have the perfect answer for you. We now have 2 modules that you can add to any template solution. This one is called the departure table module. It's where we digitalize your document and allow specific clauses to be selected and negotiated by the external party. Negotiation is done through a departure table format so that the first column is always the default clause and new columns are added as more rounds of amendments are undertaken. Again, what's really good about a no-code platform is you can customize this module as well. If you want both parties to add in comments justifying the amendments, if you want certain placement of text to occur in a certain way, you can do all of that. You have the flexibility to do all of that through the platform. The other module is redlining, pretty self-explanatory. Everything you can do and track changes in Word, you can do here with Neota Logic. We also have another pretty cool use case / template, which demos our redlining capability really well. So say your contract is currently in Word or PDF format, and you want to send it to a third party to review. But you want the negotiation to happen within the Neota Logic solution so you can start to track it. How long does the other party take? How long does your organization take? What have they amended? So what do? We have the perfect app to do that. And again, if anyone's interested, please do feel free to reach out to anyone of the Neota Logic team. And then you say to yourself, well, what about adding templates, playbook automation, this idea of linking the solution with Logic to a digital clause library so that contracts can be drafted automatically based on certain criteria parameters, or to allow the solution to automatically pull back a relevant position to present back to a third party based on their requested amendments? Well, the answer is we can also do that quite easily. Our Neota Data Manager, our database feature, allows in the blink of an eye, probably not that quick, but fast enough to allow this sort of functionality to occur. This is a demo version of a use case we built for a corporate organization's HR team. Again, if anyone's interested in seeing this particular demo, please reach out to a Neota Logic team member. This particular customer had a department that was frequently hiring very, very high volumes of admin workers. However, the hiring manager needed to go through both legal and HR before each and every hire to actually get an employment contract. Now, realizing the amount of time HR and legal was spending on this relatively low risk piece of work, they built an app whereby the hiring manager was empowered to automatically draft an employment contract themselves through the app. Question and logic were built into the app whereby it would pull from different variations of clauses, i.e. least restrictive to most restrictive, based on how the hiring manager answered questions which were normally asked by HR or legal, i.e. would the employee have access to client lists? Would they be working with confidential information? Are they working remotely? Essentially what they did was they built a self-service app where it freed up a lot of time for HR and legal, but still ensured the resulting contract was within the risk and legal appetite of the company. This is where I want to end the show today. This is our 24/7 digital advisor, legal risk and compliance advice, anytime, anywhere. We use this as a demo portal, but also this is the vision we have for any client. A suite of applications built on the Neota Logic platform that utilizes a range of functionalities and tools the Neota Logic platform offers and covers a very, very broad spectrum of processes, workflows, expertise that can be automated. The idea is that your stakeholders or clients can get a particular piece of advice, get a particular task completed without coming to a member of your legal, KM, HR, procurement team. Now, you will have noticed that most of the slides I covered today has links to actual Neota Logic apps. Now, 10 minutes is not enough to showcase them. But again, if any of those does catch your eye and you do want to see more, please feel free to reach out to any of the Neota Logic team for a demo. Thank you very much for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Jackson. That was fantastic and good to get that insight across the board, especially from where you're sitting, to understand how the platform can be leveraged in so many different ways in the in-house market. Thank you very much for joining us today. This is part of our day 2, and we'll keep trucking along for the rest of the content today. So hopefully you can join us in one of the additional sessions today. So enjoy.